I didn't really have any intention of doing a pick a card reading today, but I was just out on my bicycle and it just hit me that I think my subscribers want a new yes or no pick a card. The one that's out there is more than a week old. And on my channel, I've decided to start doing more pick a card readings. So I'm going to go ahead and do this yes or no pick a card for today, and then I will do another pick a card reading probably on Sunday, maybe on Monday of next week. But I'm just going to try to keep the pick a card readings rolling. I'll do yes or no pick a cards pretty frequently. I know everybody has new questions all the time and people seem to like those. But I am going to introduce other topics on this channel for yes or no pick a cards. So if you have any ideas, anything that you would like to see in a pick a card, sorry, not yes or no, but just a pick a card reading, anything that you're interested in, please feel free to put it down in the comments and I'll see if I can fit it in to the program here. As you guys can see, I'm back in the other location right now. This is great. I mean, I have a great view of outside. This is a beautiful setting here, nothing to complain about here. So I'm going to go ahead and go with it. It feels good to me. I think it's going to be fine. So you guys know all about the pick a cards. I will have several piles down here for you to choose from. I haven't actually chosen the piles yet. I will do that. I generally put crystals on top of the piles. It helps people choose sometimes. You don't have to use the crystals to choose. You can choose any way that you want to. And however you choose the particular pile that's speaking to you, that's the right way for you. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel. If you have not subscribed and you would like to, please feel free to do that. There should be like a red subscribe over to the left underneath the video, so you can just hit that subscribe button. That is all you have to do. You can also hit that bell after you subscribe, and that way when new videos are uploaded, you'll be notified. Please feel free to share my channel with anybody that you think might be interested. And as always, I'd love to read your comments, so keep those coming. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the yes or no pick a card for this week. I will put the timestamps in the description box below so that you can go directly to your reading once you make your choice. Let's get started. Hi y'all, welcome back. So this is what we're looking at for the yes or no pick a card reading. I have 4 piles here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. On pile 1, I have an aventurine. On pile 2, I have a garnet. On pile 3, I have a tourmaline. And on pile 4, I have a cinnabar. So you can use those crystals to make the decision of which pile you want to choose, or you can choose any other way. You can just take a few deep breaths and then whichever one you're drawn to, choose that pile. You can choose based on the timestamp. However you want to do it is the right way for you. So go ahead and choose your pile. I will put the timestamps in the description box below, and I will see you at your reading. Hi guys. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, this is actually not an aventurine. It is a Verdite quartz. So I messed up on that. Sorry about that. They look very similar. But the Verdite quartz helps you access and harmonize your past with your present, so it will not affect your future. It helps you retrieve information from the ancient ones, and it is a good stone for past life exploration, if you're into that, past life regression and that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see if we get a definitive yes or no from your cards. This is nothing except a number. That's all that is. So I pulled Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I pulled some Druid Tarot this time. For the Rider-Waite, we have the Temperance card. We have the Lovers. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. For the Druid Tarot, we got the Six of Cups. And the Tower. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say this is a yes. This actually looks really good. So let's just take these cards one at a time. We got the Temperance card, Major Arcana for Sagittarius. As far as time frame is concerned, that is the end of November, beginning of December. But the Temperance card is just all about alchemy. It's about blending a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make something that's really cool. You get this card a lot in relationships, and I'm going to go ahead and read it like that because you got the Lovers card here as well. But in relationships, you get this card when the two people that are involved in the relationship are very different, like they come from different backgrounds or something. And for these two people to be together, it's going to require some alchemy. It's going to require blending a little bit from this culture and this culture to create something new. It doesn't have to be cultural differences. It can be race. It can be religion. If both of your families are very, very into their religion and feel very strongly about it, this card can mean that too. In general, it doesn't have to be alchemy in relationships. It can just be blending this and that to make something that's completely new and different and fantastic. A lot of times you get that with, like if you're trying to mix a family together, like you may be divorced and have children, and your mate or your partner may be divorced and have children too. So when you guys get together, that's two families that are coming together and merging. It's just that kind of blending thing. The Lover's card is really a card about choice. This is Raphael, Archangel Raphael here, so it can be a card about healing in love, but generally it's read as you're faced with a decision in love, and that can be between two people that you love. It can be between something that you love and something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic kind of situation. It can be like choosing between a job that you love and a job that is going to provide for the family, but it's not something that you love too much. It's just a choice that has to be made in love. These cards are so similar. I'm really tempted. First of all, the Minor Arcana card for Aquarius, but this woman is a very practical and abundant queen. See how she's surrounded by lush greenery. She's out in nature, and the message of the card is that she's very, very abundant. She's a practical queen. She's the person that you go to for really good, solid, grounded advice. She's really good with finances, particularly. So this Nine of Pentacles is another reason I say this is very similar, is because the Aquarius card is a very independent woman. This is the card of an independent woman who is at the top of her game financially. She's also very abundant. She has everything that she could possibly need. All these pentacles are lined up. But it is a card of kind of going it alone. If there's one thing that she kind of lacks, it might be a partner, because she is looking at this bird a little bit wistfully, thinking, I have, so much. It's really a shame to even complain about anything. But if I just sometimes wish that I had a partner in life. It's that kind of thing. It is a wish fulfillment card. The Nine of Pentacles, when you're especially talking about money, is really auspicious for financial gain. Everything that you need financially is absolutely available to you. So let's move down here. Okay, so we got the Tower card in the Druid Tarot. And this is a pretty wild looking tower. Very, looks just like the castles that they have over in England and Ireland, but it is being struck down in a big way with this bolt of lightning coming out of the sky, striking this tower down. People are falling out of the tower. And this card just basically represents a sudden change, something that's happening really quickly and you do not see it coming. It's very unexpected. Sometimes this can be kind of challenging situations because nobody's really that good at things that are being struck down. This is actually sweeping stuff away in your life. So when we say it's being struck down, the reason it's being struck down is because the foundation's not good. It's from the divine. God is striking it down for sure, but that's because you were kind of moving in the wrong direction. So the foundation was bad, so we're sweeping that away so you can move forward into the right direction, basically is what it is. The Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia. If you know, in this particular rendition of the Six of Cups, sometimes it can be a card of someone from the past coming back to you in an old relationship that's coming back. In this particular deck, it's more of the nostalgia of youth. Like he is looking out the window, this warrior man looking out the window at these children playing. And they're just, so pleasantly having a good time. He's a little wistful. He looks at them a little wistfully, like he's missing something from his youth. So just to pull all of this together, this is definitely a yes for your question. This is a card of wish fulfillment and abundance. If you asked about money, you are definitely getting whatever it is that you wished for. Financially, you are in really good shape. If you were asking about a relationship, it is a yes. Particularly if you're asking about some kind of choice in a relationship. Should I pursue this or should I not? The answer is coming up yes, because first of all, it could require some blending. It's going to require some cooperation, some mixing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, which, by the way, all relationships are like that. When you get together with somebody, it's an adjustment, always. For some of you, I think there's going to be a choice in love, and it has to do with someone from your past or some new and exciting person that is coming into your life. It's a sudden change in your romantic situation that forces you to make a choice. And that's going to happen very suddenly. The choice may be, do you continue to be independent and alone, or do you take a chance on this relationship and blend your lives together? Gemini energy. But I actually feel like that's for a lot of you. There's going to be a sudden change in your love life, and you're going to have to make a choice in your love life suddenly. Like maybe there's a couple of options for you. There's an option to pursue love or something else. Could be with this being, both of these being very, independent single women over here. It could be that the choice is between a job that you've always wanted and someone that's coming into your life romantically. Sometimes that happens. You have to make a choice between something that you love to do and someone that you love. For some of you, you're going back to something that you loved when you were younger. you're getting a opportunity to revisit something that you loved. Maybe it was a hobby that you wanted to turn into a career. Maybe it was what you wanted to do when you were a kid. You wanted to be a firefighter or whatever it is the kids want to do. Something that you loved when you were younger. So suddenly that's coming back into your life as a possibility again for some of you. That's kind of all I'm seeing here. This love. We got love on the board here. Let's do a Sedona card for you guys to kind of wrap this up. So yes, and it looks lovely. It looks like there's a decision involved. Looks like there's a sudden change that's going to require a decision in love. You will know exactly the right thing to do. If you're having a little trouble with it, if you're struggling with it a little bit, go back to your youth. What did you love in your youth? What kind of mate were you looking for when you were young? What kind of job? What kind of hobbies did you love? For some of you, whatever the yes is, it's going to require a little alchemy to make it all work, but you absolutely can make it work. It's going to be very successful, whatever it is. It's going to be a little bit of blending this and that, maybe, but you will make it work. All right, what advice do we have for the pile ones? From the Sedona deck, we have Mesquite, Tenacious Individuality. Okay. Nothing is more unmistakable than the scent of mesquite smoke in the air or the sweet smell of its blossoms. Stubborn and tenacious, the mesquite has long been a symbol of the strength of the desert. Always be true to who you are. Be tenacious in your individuality. I love that. So go back here. Who were you? If you have to make a decision when you're looking at the choice that you have to make, be true to who you were. Go back to the beginning to remember what it is that you wanted and who you were. Sudden change coming in, but it's going to be good. I'm very happy for you guys. Okay, that's all I have for my pile ones. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, so if you chose pile 2 with the Garnet, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no. Pick a card. Hopefully within these cards we'll find a definitive yes or no. But let's just talk about the Garnet real quick. It increases energy and strength, enhances courage and vitality, and provides protection. So that's what the Garnet does for you, in case you want to get one of those. This is nothing but a number, so I'm going to put that over there. I chose some Rider-Waite cards and some Druid Tarot. So I'll get clarifiers if I need to, but let's just see what we got here. Okay, we got the Ten of Swords. We got the King of Swords. And we got the Knight of Swords. For the Druid Tarot, we got the Chariot and Rebirth. So this is, it's 20, so it's Judgment in the regular tarot. Okay, so this is kind of a tough one. Let me get a clarifier on that King of Swords. I kind of don't like people cards in 3-card spreads because there's just not enough action. So I need to know what's happening. That's what I want to know. I need to know what the action, what's happening. Can I get a clarifier on the King of Swords? Okay, that's weird. Okay, so I'm going to say this is a yes. That just changed everything, really. All right, so let's talk about the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is my stick a fork in me, I'm done card. This can be like being stabbed in the back. Like he's got 10, he's laying down on the ground, face down on the ground, and he's got 10 swords in his back. It's an ending. It's kind of like the minor arcana for the death card. It's like something is definitely ending. Tens are endings and beginnings at the same time. So generally speaking, this card comes along when you are happy that something is ending, generally speaking. This is the card for Libra. The King of Swords is the card for Libra. It is also a card of an older gentleman who has a lot of integrity. He's carrying the sword of truth with him. Truth and justice is very important to him. It can represent like somebody in the judicial system or the legal system, but generally it's read as an older king who people trust. He's not going to be as emotional as a King of Cups. He's not going to be as adventurous as a King of Wands, but he's a really solid king because he stands by his word. His word is his bond. So he tries to do things. He's fair. He's a fair and just king. The Nine of Cups, which is clarifying this king for us, is the wish fulfillment card. So I'm kind of reading this, if it's not a Libra, I'm kind of reading this like in Libra season because we are just now moving into Scorpio season. So this is, we've been in Libra season for the last month or so. But I'm kind of reading this almost as a justice card. You get your wish. Your wish that you probably made in Libra season is a yes. It's definitely yes. So the Knight of Swords can be a young man who's looking for a fight. Knights are always bringing things into your life. But it can also be the card of sudden changes. So because it's facing this right here, this wish fulfillment and this justice kind of thing, I think you're having a sudden change coming in here. This is very swift moving energy that brings you what it is that you wish for. It does come with this rebirth card and this death card here, not death, but the Ten of Swords ending card here and the rebirth. It does come after a period of maybe being a little stagnant, maybe nothing moving forward. Not only is this rabbit here, see rabbit's like springtime, right? It's like an awakening time. This guy is also heralding a wake up to life kind of situation. Things are going to move forward is what's happening here. After a period of stagnation, maybe in Libra season, you will experience a rebirth and you will just be ready to go out there and conquer the world. Chariot card is the major arcana card for Cancer. It is also a card of balancing opposing forces. Sometimes that's the yin and yang principle. Sometimes that's home and work principle. But it's basically just you are, with your sheer willpower, sitting in the middle of this situation, and you are the driving force. You're driving it forward through your will and determination. Sometimes the Chariot card can be read as a car, for one thing, but it can also be read as travel, because this is how people got around, you know, back in the day. It's also a card of travel. And since this is a card of swift movement and this is a card of travel, it feels like that might be indicated for some of you guys, that travel might be involved with your situation here. But so here's, although this kind of up top looks like it shouldn't be a no, it actually is a yes. It's like an ending to a situation, and things are in a rebirth, and things are changing really quickly. You're coming into whatever it is that you wish for. It's happening really, really quickly for you as we move out of Libra season here. For some of you, travel might be involved, a car, a vehicle might be involved, and for some of you, it might mean that you have to balance some opposing forces. Yes, you get your wish, but there's something that's in opposition to that, but you will be able to balance. Okay, so since travel's mentioned, let's go with the Sacred Travel for your Oracle card to wrap this reading up here. What advice do you have for my pile 2s with this rebirth and wish fulfillment? Getting what they wish for. What does pile 2 need to know? Ooh, wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Wow, I love this card. That's crazy. This almost looks like the same. This almost looks like this woman looks like this woman, but this one's a little bit older. Interesting. So let's just see what wise leader has to say. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, on the journey, it's easy to tell who the leaders are. They have an inner grace and strength that glows from within. Others travel on the pathways that the leaders have created. The wise leader holds up the flame as a torch for others in the darkest night, but the leader also listens to the beat of their own drum. Grab the reins of life on your terms. Don't live to please and appease others to the detriment of your own needs. This is not what a leader does. Live without regrets. Wow. So not only are you getting what it is that you wish for, you will be leading others and maybe showing them how to do it as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, that's all I have for my pile 2s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, so if you chose pile 3 with the black tourmaline, these are going to be your messages for the pick a card. We'll see if we can find a definitive yes or no in here, but let's talk about the black tourmaline first. It provides protection and eliminates negativity. Black tourmaline is a grounding stone and is used by many spiritualists when doing ritual work or connecting with spirit. So there you go. Okay, so this is nothing but a number, so we'll place that over here. I pulled some Rider-Waite cards and I pulled some Druid Tarot. I have other cards over here that I can use as needed. So let's see what we got here. Got a King of Wands. We got a 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and a 3 of Swords. Okay. No. This is a no. Okay, so let's talk about the King of Wands. This might have something to do with your reading. This is a person card for me. It is the card of Aries. If it's not an Aries, it's an older gentleman who is very interesting. He's very interesting because he's very adventurous and he's done a lot of things in his life. And so he has really, really good stories to tell. So he's that guy. And this is just in case. Aries are also entrepreneurs, so I don't know if your question was about a business venture, but that might be related in some way. Okay, so what we have here is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict. It is not Five of Swords conflict where people lose their jobs and that kind of thing. It is more like a competition conflict. It's like inner conflict, like you're going around and around in your head about something. I kind of feel like this might be, for some of you, a relationship situation. Like you're in a relationship where there's a lot of conflict in the relationship, or there's competition for the affection of the person that you're in a relationship with. This can also be a card of like sibling rivalry. It's small, petty conflict. It's not the big stuff. But nevertheless, it is conflict. So the next card that we have here is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords can be another person, can be a third party situation, which is another reason why I say this might be competition and a love relationship thing going on here. In relationships, this is a broken heart. It really is. It is not good. It's not good. It's definitely hurt. It's hurt. That's what it is. So the good thing about the Three of Swords is, you know, a lot of times this kind of stuff is always festering beneath the surface. It's like almost a boil underneath the skin. It's just kind of festering and it gets worse and it's just kind of eating away at you or whatever. The Three of Swords says this is all coming out in the open. Whatever it is that's been going on beneath the surface is all coming out in the open. It's like lancing that wound. If you lance it, then you can get rid of all that nasty gunk, that pus or whatever that's in there, and it can begin to heal. And that is exactly what this is about when it comes to relationship. Lots of stuff going on beneath the surface. It's hurting you. It's probably hurting your partner. It's not good. The Three of Swords comes along to lance that wound, open it up. Let's take a look at it so we can heal it. It's that kind of thing. Well, for some of you, I think you're actually going to be walking away from this relationship. The kind of the literal meaning for the Eight of Cups is walking away to pursue something that you love. You have 8 cups here, and 8 cups is pretty good, but you're looking for that 9th cup. So in this particular situation, this just as an example, this relationship has been good, except he or she does not believe in fidelity. Like he or she is one of those people that wants to have an open relationship, no judgment. Some people do, particularly in other countries, it's more common. But that's not what you want. So this is like saying, I'm going to go pursue that 9th cup. I'm going to go pursue that relationship where I can trust that person, and he and I, or she and I, both agree that we want our relationship to be just between us and not to include other people. So, okay, let me look at these cards. I forgot to turn these all over. The Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. So the Four of Pentacles is a card, it's can be that card of the miser. like holding on too tight to your money. It can also be a card of stability, financial stability. You have plenty, you have everything that you need. Four Pentacles is pretty good. It's solid. Fours are a solid foundation. And then the Seven of Pentacles is a card of having worked at something for a long time and reaching a natural place to stop and take a look at what you've been working at to see if you want to continue it. Okay, these two cards for me, with what's going on up here, are a little bit confusing. So I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going on with those. Why is this Four of Pentacles here? Why is this Four of Pentacles here? Why is this Four of Pentacles here? Okay, so I think for some of you, you have been questioning this for a long time, but because it was a stable situation, or you liked the stability of it, you for a long time decided to stay in this situation. It was throwing you off balance. You were losing your equilibrium personally from the situation, but because of the security aspect of it, you decided to stay. And it looks like most of you are walking away, but with this Seven of Pentacles, it looks like some may not be. So let me get a clarifier on that Seven of Pentacles. Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles, as I said, is like you've been working on something for a long time, and you reach a natural place to stop and take a look and see if you want to continue to pursue this, or if you want to move on to something else. The Knight of Swords is like a sudden change, something coming into your life very quickly. It can be new information. Now, the Knight of Swords may be read as a young man that's looking for a fight, because knights are usually young men. Knights are always bringing things into your life, so it may be some conflict that's coming into your life. But it can also be, notice he's carrying the sword of truth here, so it looks like there's some clarity coming in. There's some clarity of thought coming into this situation, that you've kind of been okay with not necessarily looking at everything that's going on because of the financial security that it provided for you. Something happens suddenly that causes you to stop, look at what's going on, and make a different decision. And I think for a lot of you, you're going to be walking away from this. You're gonna make the decision that this is the security is not enough to keep you in this situation, because you just want different things. There's just conflict about how to continue the relationship, basically. You want something different, so you're going to look for that ninth cup. Okay, I think that's pretty succinct there and pretty clear. I'm going to get an Angels and Ancestors Oracle here. So just for some last words of wisdom or guidance from the Angels and Ancestors, what do you have for my pile threes? What words of wisdom do you have for pile threes in this situation? See beyond the current situation. Okay, I think that's what's happening here. I think something happens that you stop and take a look at this. see what this seer says. Okay, so the message is, look beyond your current situation, raise your vibration, and focus on love. Clairvoyance isn't just about predicting the future, it's about being able to see clearly enough to create your best future. You are being encouraged by your ancestral guides and angels to see beyond what you think is happening now. Don't allow your ego or doubts to play games with you. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck or lost, know you're in an energetic holding space while the universe recalibrates a path that is more favorable for you. Angels of light are upgrading your energy so your experiences can be more enjoyable. You are moving towards something extremely uplifting and enlightening, so stay calm and keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, so there you go. Some words of wisdom from the angels and ancestors. See beyond the current situation. Things are looking up. You're going out to find that 9th cup. Okay, so that's all I have for pile 3s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, if you chose pile 4 with the Cinnabar Enhanced Quartz, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no pick a card. But let's talk about this Cinnabar first. It brings abundance, enhances persona, and is good for business and finance. This is just a number, so I'll just put that over there. Okay, let's look at these cards and see if we can get a yes or no. I picked some Rider-Waite cards and some Druid tarot cards. Let's see what we got. Got the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. And for the Druid Tarot, we got the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Cups. 999, something is ending. Nines are always endings. You got 3 9s and 2 people cards. Sagittarius, Cancer. Okay, oddly enough, I'm going to say that this is a yes. We do have the 3 9s here, so that tells me something is ending. And I think the bad stuff is ending. This is a card of anxiety. Up at night, worrying about something. Maybe this. You have the 9 of Wands is being overburdened. It's being battle worn. You've taken on too many responsibilities. You have work responsibilities. You have family obligations. Maybe you've volunteered in the community. You've just taken on too much, and you're exhausted from it. So that might be what this worry is all about. I will say this about the 9 of Swords. A lot of times, most of the problems are in your head, and this can actually be a card of being in your head too much. But the trump 9 here is this 9 of Pentacles. Look how beautiful she is. This is the wish fulfillment card. This is the card of abundance. This is a card of having everything that you could possibly want, whatever it is your heart desires. I will say this about the 9 of Pentacles. It is a card of an independent woman. She has everything that she needs financially. She is the queen of her domain. She may have good family relationships with maybe even children, with maybe her
siblings, with her parents. She has good family relationships. She's great at work. She's got so much money. She doesn't, maybe a landowner or something. She's got so much money she doesn't know what to do with all of it. But if there's one thing that is kind of missing in her life, it is a mate. She does not, this is usually read as a independent woman alone. Self-sufficiency, being able to take care of yourself. So we do have a couple of people cards over here. Pages are kind of messengers sometimes. So the Page of Wands can be some message that's coming in that has some bearing on this situation, but it's also the card of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs are passionate. They're very creative. They have good creative ideas. They're energetic. So the Page of Wands can also be read as going out on an adventure. He has picked up a wand that from 9, or from however many that were before him. He picked up a wand and he's running with it. So it's kind of a new adventurous beginning. The King of Cups, if it is not a Cancer, it is an older gentleman who is very good at relating. He's very good at relationships. He has mastered relationships. A lot of times you get this card for like public relations people or marketing people, because they're very good at building those relationships to further their career or to get what they want. It's just true. But it's also about an older gentleman who you could go to, like he's an advisor. He can advise you on how to deal with people, because he's really, really good with people. Yeah, everybody loves this guy. He's a lovable guy. I'm going to get a clarifier on both of those, because I kind of like action in my readings. I don't mind reading the people. The people are important too, but when you just have a few cards, it's like, what's happening? I want to know what's happening. I want to know the verbs. So can I get a clarifier on the Page of Wands, please? Page of Wands, why is that here? Page of Wands, what's happening? Page of Wands. Okay, that kind of goes along with this. The Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. This might be a little bit of a vacation, an adventure, going out on a bit of a vacation, maybe around Sagittarius time. So that would be the end of November, the beginning of December. It's taking a break from the worry and from the drudgery. And it's kind of just moving on to brighter days are ahead, moving on to brighter days. You are still taking some of the problems with you, if you notice they're in the boat with you. So they're not going to go away, but this kind of gives you a respite from your problems. So for some of you, this might be a little bit of a mini break or a vacation or something, but it's moving on to... it's brighter days are ahead after a period of stress and worry, basically. Why is this King of Cups here? Okay, so this might be an advisor. This might be someone that can help you. The Hierophant is the card. It's a major arcana card for Taurus, first of all, but it's also a card of a spiritual leader. Now, this is conventional religion. So we're talking like the 5 major religions, which would be what? Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, those, you know, so it's conventional religion, but you might be able to go to a spiritual advisor who can help you right now. And in what way? In what way could they help you? Because I think you're getting your wish. You are moving on to brighter days from this period of stress, maybe through a vacation or something. What can this advisor? Tell me about this. One more for this King of Cups, please. Can I get one more for this King of Cups? One clarifier, one more for the King of Cups. Advice, what advice? So how to bring balance. So this person that's good at relationships and relating, that's a good advisor to you, maybe has some spiritual guidance that he or she can provide. Let's not, just because it's a king, just because it's a high priest, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a man. It might be a man, but it could also be a woman. But they're going to advise you on how to gain more balance in your life. Like I said, some of those problems are still there, so you're taking some of them with you, but this person can help you kind of keep your equilibrium, kind of blend this and that to maintain balance. Temperance is the card of alchemy. Again, major arcana for Sagittarius, minor arcana for Sagittarius, maybe a time frame for some of you guys. But this person may be able to help you gain more balance so you don't go back here. This is a yes, you get your wish, but some of these problems that have plagued you are coming with you. So this person could be able to help you gain your equilibrium as you move into this beautiful, abundant period in your life. Okay, so that's all I have for my pile fours. Oh, we need to get you an oracle. Let's see. What? We're taking a little trip here. Let's do the Traveler. What words of wisdom, final words of wisdom do you have for the pile fours? Words of wisdom for the pile fours. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Okay, that's interesting because this is a solitude card too. It's a card of independence, being alone. All right, so the Sacred Traveler wants you to know your power is born in stillness. Sometimes the traveler is in such a hurry to reach the next peak that he gets separated from his spiritual source. However, when the traveler takes time alone, everything falls into perspective. Take time out of your day to be completely quiet. Take deep, slow breaths. Imagine inhaling vitality and exhaling all that is not needed. Affirm that all is well. Move past the chatter and chaos on the road of life. Be still and hear the voices of your higher self and your spirit guides. Well, interesting. So in solitude, you are going to, in all this prosperity, this wish fulfillment, you are going to have a period of being alone and listen to your spiritual guidance here. This little respite here might be something that you're doing on your own. You might be taking a little trip by yourself to get some solitude, to get some peace, and to find some answers. Okay, so that's all I have for pile 4s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.